Saturday Night Live Season 51 Episode 2 was a night packed with nostalgia, energy, and pure excitement. Amy Poehler made her big return as the host, and the show brought back the warm buzz of old school SNL mixed with the fresh charm of its new era. But one name that truly caught everyone's attention was Role Model, the musical guest who made his debut performance on the SNL stage. His smooth pop vibe, playful energy, and heartfelt songs gave the episode the perfect balance between fun and emotion. For many viewers, it was their first introduction to Role Model, but for fans, it felt like a long-awaited milestone in his fast, rising career. So, who exactly is Role Model, and why is everyone talking about him after his SNL performance? Let's dive deep into the story of this Maine-born musician, his incredible journey from small-town beginnings to national TV fame, and how his music became one of the most talked-about moments of SNL Season 51 Episode 2. Role Model's real name is Tucker Pillsbury, and his journey into music started in a rather unexpected way. While studying in college, Tucker suffered injuries that left him bedridden for a while. It was during this downtime that he began experimenting with music. At first, he tried his hand at rap, posting songs online just for fun. But over time, his sound started to evolve. He began leaning toward melodic pop with an emotional, storytelling touch. That unique sound would eventually define who he became as an artist. Once he chose the stage name Role Model, his career started to take shape in a big way. His early releases were raw, personal, and deeply relatable. Those EPs grabbed the attention of both listeners and people in the music industry. He stood out not just because of his catchy hooks, but also because of how honest his lyrics felt. By the time 2024 rolled around, Role Model had already dropped his much-loved album Kansas Anymore, which showed how much he'd grown as both a songwriter and performer. The deluxe version of that album featured the song that would completely change his life, Sally, When the Wine Runs Out. Sally, When the Wine Runs Out wasn't just a song, it became a pop culture moment. During his concerts, Role Model would invite a fan or guest to join him on stage to play Sally, dancing during the bridge of the song. What started as a small, interactive part of his show turned into something iconic. Soon, famous faces like Hilary Duff, Natalie Portman, Olivia Rodrigo, and Charli XCX started joining him on stage for that special Sally moment. The idea was simple but brilliant. It created a new viral trend that blurred the lines between music, social media, and live entertainment. Role Model's charm also extends far beyond his music. On social media, he has crafted a unique persona, part playful, part melancholic, and completely genuine. His posts mix humor with emotion, showing fans a side of fame that's human and relatable. That online connection helped his music spread even faster, especially among younger audiences who crave authenticity in artists. By the time he got the call to perform on Saturday Night Live, Role Model had already proven that he wasn't just another TikTok success story. He had a dedicated fan base, a viral song, and a live act that people couldn't stop talking about. His SNL debut came at the perfect time, during an episode hosted by Amy Poehler, one of the show's most beloved alumni, and as part of the celebration of SNL's 50th anniversary season. It was the ideal setup for a breakout performance. When SNL Season 51 Episode 2 aired, fans were treated to one of the most exciting musical debuts of the year. Amy Poehler's opening monologue kicked off with nostalgia as she looked back at her years on the show while adding her signature comedic flair. The sketches that followed mixed old-school SNL humor with fresh, timely satire. Viewers even got a surprise reunion moment during Weekend Update, where Poehler joined Tina Fey and Seth Meyers for a joke-filled segment that reminded everyone why this trio once ruled SNL's comedy desk. But the night's biggest highlight, apart from Poehler's return, came when Role Model took the stage. His first song of the night was, of course, Sally, When the Wine Runs Out. The studio crowd was buzzing with anticipation, and Role Model did not disappoint. Midway through the performance, he paused, looked out into the audience, and called for his Sally. The cameras panned around as fans cheered, and then, to everyone's delight, Charli XCX stood up and joined him on stage. The two danced together through the bridge of the song, turning a familiar concert tradition into one of the most viral live TV moments of the season. The chemistry between Role Model and Charli was electric. It was playful, spontaneous, and perfectly in tune with the fun energy of the show. For many viewers, this was the exact kind of pop culture crossover that makes Saturday Night Live so special. A mix of humor, surprise, and pure entertainment. Role Model's second performance of the night showed a completely different side of him. He performed Some Protector, a slower, more emotional track that highlighted his vulnerable songwriting and soulful vocals. The set design was minimal, allowing the focus to stay on him and the lyrics. The emotional delivery gave the performance depth and balance, showing that he wasn't just about viral moments. He was an artist with genuine heart and musical talent. The contrast between his two songs worked beautifully. The first was high-energy, viral, ready pop fun. The second was intimate and deeply emotional. It was the perfect combination to introduce a wider audience to his range as a performer. For Role Model, this SNL performance wasn't just another gig. It was a milestone. It officially marked his transition from rising indie star to mainstream pop sensation. Outside of music, Role Model is also stepping into acting. He's set to appear in Lena Dunham's upcoming series, Good Sex, where he'll star alongside Natalie Portman. This move shows that he's not afraid to branch out and explore new creative avenues. His growing fame and ability to connect with audiences across platforms make him one of the most promising young talents in entertainment today. After SNL, social media was flooded with clips of his performances. The Sally segment instantly went viral again, proving that his interactive stage tradition works just as well on national television as it does in a concert hall. Fans praised his charisma, while critics applauded how natural he looked on stage, calling him one of the best new artists to appear on SNL in recent years. Meanwhile, Amy Poehler's sketches rounded out the episode with humor and nostalgia. Bits like Work Birth and Experienced Lawyers gave fans the kind of smart, absurd comedy that SNL is known for. The episode overall struck a great balance between celebrating the show's past and spotlighting its present talent. For Role Model, the SNL debut was more than just exposure. It was a defining moment. It showed that his unique blend of sincerity, charm, and performance creativity could translate perfectly to live television. As fans await his next projects, including new music and his acting debut, it's clear that Tucker Pillsbury's Role Model era is just getting started. Episode 3 of SNL Season 51 will continue the excitement, with Sabrina Carpenter taking on the rare double duty of both host and musical guest. The episode is set to air on NBC on Saturday, October 18, 2025 at 8:30 p.m. PT 3011 ET and will be available to stream the following day on Peacock. But for now, Role Model's performance stands out as one of the most memorable moments of the season so far. A perfect blend of internet culture, live music, and television magic. In short, Role Model's rise from college bedroom recordings to the SNL stage is a story of persistence, creativity, and authenticity. He's proof that even in today's fast-moving pop world, genuine artistry still shines brightest when paired with a little humor and heart.